Well, the Seven Kingdoms are fucked.
The Great War is here.
So Game of Thrones Season 7 is the 7th season in this amazing fantasy HBO series. If you guys have not seen Game of Thrones yet, go watch it. Even for those of you who don't watch TV and for those of you who want that cinematic experience on your TV, since Breaking Bad has ended, I'm telling you guys, Game of Thrones is here. Now, I'm not going to go through every specific detail. I'm not going to talk about every little thing in Season 7 because that will take forever. So what I'm going to do rather is talk about everything that I loved, particularly my favorite moments of Season 7. Then get on to a few of the moments I thought were like, huh? Oh yeah, by the way, before I get into anything else, this is going to be a full-on spoiler talk of Season 7. So if you have not seen Game of Thrones Season 7, or even the other seasons, go watch them, then come back here so we can discuss this holy shit of a season. Anyways, so let's get into Game of Thrones Season 7. Starting with episode 1 with Walder Frey. Now, when I saw Walder Frey enter screen, I just thought, there is no way that Walder Frey is alive right now. This has to have taken place before the Red Wedding in Season 3, and I was watching this with my dad. And then all of a sudden, I heard him say, pick up your wine glasses and drink, and I just thought, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The last of the Freys are poisoned, and then he takes off the mask to reveal Arya, and I just thought, honest to God, throughout the seasons, Arya Stark has become one of my favorite Game of Thrones characters. Honestly, in my top 5 Game of Thrones characters. But then there was another aspect. In Season 1, there was a little part that it was so comical at first. Then afterwards, I was just like, oh god. And that's when it's revealed that Samuel Tarly, I believe, or just Samwell, is with the Maestros and he's cleaning up shit. Like, he is literally cleaning up their shit. In the montage, I was just like, oh my god, this is terrible. But then one of the things that really took me off guard, I'm not sure if this was in episode 1 or episode 2 or 3, but there was this one shot that was looking at Samwell, and then he's like, take this, and there was this a grayscale, and I just thought, oh my god, Jorah is there! In episode 2, this is where I thought that Samwell was just so amazing. He started to want to learn even more, but he was still at the time just being known for cleaning up the shit pretty much. Then he finds this book after he discovers the grayscale that Jorah has, and so this treatment has been forbidden, but someone decides to take it upon himself to try and cure Jorah's grayscale. And when I saw this scene happening, oh my god, I felt so bad for Jorah. Like, seeing him taking off the grayscale off his chest, that hurt me myself. But I have to talk about this one specific thing because I thought this was such a cool, amazing moment. Not because of the characters, but because of the editing choices. Samuel takes a scalpel, inserts it into the grayscale, and then it does this amazing transition from grayscale into soup. The editors, I don't know how they did that, but seriously, another. So if you guys have seen the previous 6 seasons, we know that Daenerys' dragons have fully grown. Of course, Cersei, learning of the dragons, wants to prepare, and one of her war masters, has shown her a bastila that could kill the dragons. Now, I think we can all agree, for those of us who have seen Season 7, Episode 2, and with a bang, because the Greyjoys, Theon and his sister, think they're traveling to King's Landing, and on the way, their uncle, or not their uncle, but a relative of theirs, Euron Greyjoy, pretty much goes into a battle, and this is such a brutal battle. Euron captures Theon's wife. He says, come over here, you cockless coward. But you see the look in Theon's eyes where he's just like, oh shit, fire flight. But he decides to jump off the boat, and everyone's laughing. I just thought, oh god, dang it, Theon! Now, episode 3 was something really special because a few things happened. For one particular thing, Arya and Sansa reuniting. That brought a tear to my eye when I saw Arya coming into Winterfell, because as you all know, in Season 6, after Battle of the Bastards, the Starks had finally taken over Winterfell from Ramsay Bolton, that fucking asshole, dicktard, cock. Sorry, I hated Ramsay, but the guy who played him, amazing actor. But anyways, I just loved Arya talking to the guards where they were telling her to fuck off. And then Arya was saying, you know, the Lady of Winterfell is not gonna be amused when she finds out that her two guards turned away her sister. And then I believe episode 3 that this was the episode where Jon and Daenerys finally meeting up. Jon telling Daenerys about the Army of the Dead, the White Walkers, or the Whites, I believe they're called. And then Daenerys just has to say, bend the knee and I'll do this. And I was just like, fuck. Now episode 4. Holy shit. One of my absolute favorite moments happened in episode 4, and that's when Arya duels with Brienne. But basically, Arya just challenges Brienne to duel, and Brienne says, that sword, that's not a dueling sword. And she says, don't worry, I will not cut you. And then we realize how much of a badass that Arya truly is. I mean, season 6 showed us that her training in the dark, or blind, yeah, it shows her how much of an amazing fighter that she is. Arya doing her final move of taking out that dragon skill dagger and putting it right up to Brienne. And then hearing Brienne saying, who told you that? And then Arya said, no one. And I just thought, that is awesome! Now, I think the main thing we all want to talk about in episode 4 was that amazing battle scene that happens. When I watched Game of Thrones with my dad, we have a 5.1 surround sound stereo system, right? And hearing the rumbling coming up from behind me, I was just like, oh, shit is gonna go down! Then we see Daenerys' army coming, then we see the dragons coming. This was a spectacle. This is easily in my top 3 favorite battle scenes from Game of Thrones. This one shot, which I loved so much, it was a lower angle shot that was going from this, and we see Bronn just escaping from all the fire. Seeing Bronn just going through the fire in this one take shot gave me goosebumps, and I just thought, don't stop the shot, don't stop the shot, don't stop the shot. Oh my god. Moments like this made me realize how much I love Game of Thrones in general. Bronn gets the bast sword that can be used to hurt a dragon, and we see Daenerys flying towards Bronn. And then Bronn launches an arrow up, well, huge, I can't remember the name of it, I'll put it right there. But anyways, it hits Daenerys' dragon. They both go down. Daenerys is trying to get the spear away. Jaime sees a vulnerable Daenerys. But anyways, he charges toward Daenerys and her dragon, hoping to kill her. And then Tyrion says, Jaime, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. Get away. You fucking idiot. When I was watching this, my dad likes to try and predict certain things happening. And when he saw Jaime charging towards Daenerys, he was saying to me, dude, watch, she's gonna pull the thing out the last moment and things are gonna happen. And I was just thinking, I beg to differ. Surely enough, I was right, because right before Daenerys Daenerys' dragon just turns right around. He's getting ready to just burn Jaime, and the look on Jaime's face. But before the dragon can pretty much roast Jaime, Bronn tackles him off his horse, and looks like Jaime is looks like it's gonna drown. This particular moment, it was either episode 5 or 6, Jon is still at Dragonstone. One of Daenerys' dragons comes down, and it sees Jon. But Jon slowly walks up to the dragon, just puts his nose on, and then you see the dragon's eye reacting. Right there, I was just like this. Holy shit. One of the things that does happen in season 7 was that Jaime and Cersei do bang again. But Cersei tells Jaime that she's pregnant with his child. I just thought, fuck. Jon gathers pretty much everyone, himself, Horon Mormont, the Hound, his wildling friend they met in season 3, I believe. I can't remember the guy's name, but I'll put him right there. Before they even go out, they were saying, how can we convince Cersei that the Army of the Dead is real? And then Tyrion's like, what if you capture one of them? I believe it's either Tyrion or Jon that suggests that. Jon and his crew are able to catch a White Walker. They're able to capture one. But then there comes a moment where a whole bunch of White Walkers come out and start chasing them. And Jon says, get this raven, send a raven to Daenerys and tell her that we need her, otherwise we're fucked. But Gendry says, I want to stay with you, but then Jon says, no, go, you can run the fastest, go. This is one of those moments where season 7 was kind of a rush season in terms of storytelling, but everything that happens kind of had me accepting all of the time flaws that this season had. So anyways, it gets to a point in episode 6 where Jon and his crew are getting looks like overwhelmed by the White Walkers. Then after that, we hear a dragon roar. So Daenerys and her other dragons come in and just annihilate so many White Walkers. So Daenerys lands down to pretty much give everyone time to get up on there. And Jon, being kind of stubborn, because I don't know why he did this, but it's in his character, he comes on us and gives them time and tells everyone to go, get the hell out of here. But then probably one of the most heartbreaking moments happens right here. The Night King, who happens to be there, has a freaking javelin. Seriously, with his perfect aim, the Night King throws a javelin and kills one of Daenerys' dragons, in which I just thought, oh shit. But that's not the only death that happened, no. Before Jon looks like he's about to get overwhelmed, his uncle Benjen, who we only saw, I think, 1 or 2 times before this episode, was saying, get out of here. It looks like he's about to die from hypothermia, but he comes out just fine. So we see Jon lying in a bed. Daenerys comes in and lies right next to him, and she says to him, my dragon died for you, but he will not die in vain. We're gonna kill those White Walkers together. And then Jon said, I would bend the knee, but I kind of can't right now. Jon grabs Daenerys' hand. I just thought, oh god. Now here's the thing, guys. I think incest is fucked up beyond belief. I truly do. But this is one of the few times where I was actually rooting for it. I know. I'm a screwed up person. I know. But then the moment was just like, oh, this is gonna get interesting. And that's when we see the White Walkers using these big ass chains where I was just like, where did they get them? But I was just like, you know what? Whatever, I'll accept it. But they drag out Daenerys' dragon. The Night King walks up to it and revives the dragon as his own, which I just thought, oh. Alright, so episode 7 had some real oh shit moments. Seeing the anticipated meetup that we had wanted for so long of Jon Snow, Daenerys Targaryen, Tyrion coming together with the Lannisters. So the conversation is going on, in which we see Jon and Tyrion trying to pretty much get Cersei to help on their side. The Hound brings this huge freaking wooden thing, this wooden container, drops it down, so nothing happens for a few moments, but then all of a sudden the Hound just kicks over the bog, and a White Walker just gets up and runs towards Cersei, and seeing Cersei's reaction to that White Walker, I was giggling like a mother F. So then Cersei demands that Jon bend the knee to Cersei. Then Jon says, I've already bent the knee to Daenerys, my queen. And then so Cersei and Jaime leave. And then Daenerys says, I appreciate what you did, but what the fuck, dude? But then Tyrion says, alright guys, there's only one way to do this. Let me go up there and talk to Cersei. Another conversation between Tyrion and Cersei happens. And the tension in the scene was seriously so high, just because you can see in Cersei's eyes that she wants to kill Tyrion so badly. So Tyrion, Jaime, and Cersei walk it all together. Jon and Daenerys are looking at them, and Cersei says, we'll have a truce, but only to help you guys fight the White Walkers. And then right here, I just thought, I don't know about this. I call bullshit on this. So then Jon and Daenerys leave, and Jaime goes up to Cersei, and then Cersei says, you didn't think I was being serious, right? And then I just thought, oh, I fucking knew it. And then Jaime says, are you serious right now? I pledged to them. I honored them. I pledged to them. I'm gonna go help them. And then Cersei says, no one leaves me. And then after she pretty much threatens to kill Jaime, and then Jaime's just like, you're not gonna kill me. I don't believe you. And after he just walks up, I just thought, fuck yes! So throughout the season, it looked like Littlefinger was trying to turn Sansa and Arya against each other. And now it all comes to it in this one particular scene in which we see Arya coming up to the courtroom. Not really a courtroom, but like a meeting room of sorts. We see all the soldiers gathered around. We see Bram Stark. And we all think that they have put Arya on trial. And then she was like, get over with. And then afterwards, she starts saying that these certain crimes. And then she says, so how do you appeal to these crimes, Lord Baelish? Fuck yes. So then Lord Baelish is like, wait, what? Everyone just turns on against him. He starts trying to counter himself. Just puts on putting every crime on him, which, don't get me wrong, he did. But some things he did protect Sansa, but at the same time, Littlefinger is the reason why that the Starks got separated in the first place. Littlefinger is just on his knees begging for mercy, then Arya comes up and just slits his throat. So Samwell gets to Winterfell, and he confronts the One-Eyed Raven. So they talk about Jon Snow's lineage, and it turns out, so seasons beforehand, we had thought that Jon Snow was the bastard son of Ned Stark. And then remember how in season 6 finale we had found out Rhaegar Targaryen had kidnapped Ned Stark's sister Lyanna, raped her, and now because she has that baby who is Jon Snow. But it turns out that Rhaegar Targaryen had actually fallen in love with Lyanna Stark, annulled his marriage, and he got married with Lyanna Stark in secret. And it turns out now that Jon Snow's real name is Aegon Targaryen, and he is actually the rightful true heir to the Iron Throne and not Daenerys. I wonder how this is gonna work out at all in the end. Like, I wonder if Jon and Daenerys are gonna share the throne together. I highly doubt, but if anything, if I want one particular guy to lead, I want Jon Snow to be the leader of the Iron Throne. But if Jon and Daenerys can lead together, amazing. So Jon goes to Daenerys' cabin on her ship, and they're banging. They're having sex. I have to talk about this because I saw a meme on this a few days ago, and it was so true because we had seen Jaime and Cersei do all this incest. We're all like, ugh. But then we see Jon and Daenerys having sex. We're all like, yay! Plus, I had heard that the Targaryens banned their own bloodline to keep their bloodline pure. Alright, so we're back at the wall, and everyone is looking down at the forest, and we see all this dust or all this stuff coming through the forest. And I just thought, oh God, no. This is what I'm thinking it is. This ain't good. A whole bunch of White Walkers are coming to the forest to attack the wall. But to make matters even worse, the Night King is on his new dragon, and he burns down a section of the wall. And when I saw the dragon, Daenerys' former dragon, I think it was Viserion, burning down the wall, this happened in my head.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Right when I saw that section of the wall burn down, and once I saw those White Walkers coming through, I just thought, oh, we're fucked now. Honestly, my only real flaw with season 7 was that with Cersei saying that she was lying, that was really the only thing that was just like, I saw that coming. And maybe there's only a few other smaller moments that I saw coming, but otherwise, I fucking loved season 7. So all in all, guys, despite a few predictable moments in season 7, I loved season 7 from beginning to end. And honest to God, guys, this is just behind season 4 Game of Thrones as my favorite season. Like, if I had to rank my top 3 seasons right now, it's 4, this season, and then probably season 6. But yeah, all in all, guys, I loved season 7 of Game of Thrones, so I'm gonna give Game of Thrones season 7 a 5 out of 5 stars. Yes, despite the few predictable moments that happened in one particular episode, I loved season 7. I seriously did. Right after the season finale ended, it made me want to watch season 8 right away. The fact that we have to wait 2 years, I think, for it to happen, it's not fair, man. Alright guys, so that was my Game of Thrones Season 7 spoiler review / spoiler talk. Please comment down, let me know below, guys, if you have seen Game of Thrones Season 7, what were some of your favorite moments? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review, my spoiler review of Game of Thrones Season 7. If so, please hit that like button and subscribe to see more reviews just like this one. If you guys want to see my top 5 summer films of 2017 that I did with Alex and Lucas, please click right here. And if you guys want to see my review of Death Note, please click right here. And of course, until the next review, I will see you guys next time.